Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ina Solo and today's video is a little different. No reactions today because I have been watching Fringe in my free time and I have so many thoughts and things that I want to share. So I really wanted to just sit down, talk with you about things that I've been loving, my expectations, my theories, and my idea is actually to tell you some of my theories regarding what's gonna be happening in the future and when the show ends. So then when I end the show, I can go back to watch my assumptions and see if I was right or wrong. So yeah. I hope that you will like the concept of this video. I just know that I have been loving Fringe so much, and I know that we have a lot of people of the community that love it as much as I do, or even more. Oh, before we start, of course, I have to tell you that I will not be reading the comments under this video until I finish the show, because I know that most of you are very thoughtful and you will not leave any spoilers, but there's always at least one person that will leave some type of major spoiler. I have made that mistake actually with Star Wars. Massive Star Wars spoilers incoming, when I found out that Leia and Luke, they were actually siblings before I saw that in the movie, so that kind of ruined the surprise for me. So I will not be making the same mistake again, so no reading comments up until I finish the show. But so right now, of course, this video is going to be full of spoilers of everything that has been happening up until now. I really want to tell you what I am at, so you have an idea of what I have already seen. I know that I still have to watch the last 2 episodes of the 3rd season of Fringe. The last episode that I watched yesterday actually was the one where Olivia of our universe gives birth to Peter's son. Oh my gosh, actually, is it a son or is it a daughter? I have no idea. But yeah, the pregnancy was sped up and all of that. That's exactly what I am. So so much stuff has been happening. I have so many thoughts. But yeah, let's start with some of the things that I have been loving in general about the show. First of all, I love the topic. I really like how we're talking about just science weirdness. There's a little bit of family drama. There's a lot of interesting theories. And I kind of liked how in the beginning, each episode was pretty much a stand-alone. The overall story was unfolding as well. But you are able to just if you take the 1st season, you can take any random episode and just watch it and just enjoy the storyline of the episode. So it kind of reminded me a lot of some of the shows that I have always watched growing up, I don't know, Criminal Minds, for example, because each episode is standalone. You have a case that you follow, but if you watch all of them in order, there's actually stories that develop in the background as well, which become important. I feel in the 3rd season now of Fringe, the storyline of the characters is becoming more important than the cases per se. I feel each episode is still kind of standalone, but you kind of have to watch them in order now, because otherwise nothing makes sense. Fringe is a show that was released a while back ago. I think in the early 2000s. J.J. Abrams, that's I think the name of the director, the same guy that made Lost. And because it's such an old show, it's not that old. I'm not saying that it's old. But yeah, it's 20 years now. I don't know, realization that I'm also growing older. But yeah, because it's not a show, a Netflix show that has been released this year with 8 episodes per season. I think that I can see the heritage that this show has left for a lot of other shows that came after Fringe. There are a lot of similarities. I don't know if a lot of people will agree with me, but I see a lot of similarities with Fringe and Dark. I love Dark as well. I guess that it's just the parallel universes thing that really makes it for me. That's where I really see the similarity. They are very different in their way, but every now and then whenever I'm watching Fringe, I can help but just think of Dark as well. The characters, oh my gosh, when I started watching the very first episodes, I could have never imagined how strong the characters would be. Like, you get some, you know, like some of the characteristics, like how they are like in the first episodes, but man, things are getting deep. Let's start with Walter. He's such an enigmatic character for me for a lot of different reasons. Like, he definitely has a unique history. Walter definitely has like a unique history, and we are seeing him now after he has been through a lot of shit, like a lot of shit. And every now and then, when some more things are, you know, unraveled about him, I'm like, wait, is he a villain? And I don't think that the answer is yes or no. He's such a complex character that has done a lot of bad stuff. We can agree on that. Like, he has done bad stuff in the past. But now he's kind of like on this redemption journey where he's figuring out the things that he has done wrong. And he is aware of them. He's trying to do better, and like he's really trying not to repeat the same mistakes. Like that storyline of the brain pieces that he asked Belle to remove, that is very telling, because like the whole reasoning behind that, as far as I know now, there might be some more details that haven't been revealed yet, but I have seen the part where he says that where like Belle where Belle tells him that Walter was the one to ask for the pieces to be removed because he didn't like what he was turning into. So I think that like there was a time of his life where he realized that he was like, because of like maybe science and all of that, he was like doing stuff that he was not proud of, and he was like maybe scared of what he was actually becoming. And wow, like who would do that? Would you do that? Would you like, oh my gosh, I don't like this part of me, let's get the brain piece removed? Like, that's not something that you do every day. I mean, I don't even think that would be like scientifically possible in real life, but like, you know what I'm trying to say. So like, even just the fact that he did that, that's kind of like the beginning of a redemption journey for him. Then there are like a lot of things that I still don't know about him. I know like the whole Peter situation, which whoa was crazy, but yeah, there are just like so many things about Walter that are incredibly deep, challenging to understand sometimes. And I'll talk about assumptions later. I'll talk about assumptions later for the future. I just wanted to mention real quick, just like there are so many other incredible characters in the show. Of course, we have Olivia, Peter, Astrid. I love all of them. They are just good people in my opinion, and I really like them as characters. I don't want to like focus too much on each one, because otherwise this video is gonna be like 3 hours long. I have a lot of stuff to say. But one thing that I really like about the show is in general how it's structured, because I think that you can like watch the show in two ways. You can watch it like in a seat, just like chill way, like, oh yeah, I don't know what to watch tonight, let's just watch Fringe, I want to relax. But like also, you can also have the like, I want to know everything, I want to discover all the small little details, I want to investigate type of mode, right? Because like, let's be honest, there are so many mysteries that are so fun to solve. So if you have the brain power for that on a given day, you just like watch some episodes and like you really squeeze your brain juices. And on the other side, there are just like some days where you're like, I want to relax, and just Fringe can be a type of comfort show in a way, so I really love that aspect. At the same time, I like how they give us the clues. I feel like Fringe is one of those shows where there's a lot of satisfaction in watching the episodes and following the storyline, because you have a lot of clues regarding what's about to happen, especially like something that's gonna happen like in 3 episodes, you will see it. Maybe like a whole season, 2 seasons ahead, it's a little bit harder, but there are a lot of things that like if you pay attention, they are there. For example, the Peter situation, the fact that the spoiler Peter that we know is, you know, like from the other universe and all of that was pretty clear even before it happened. Let's be honest, like if you watch the episodes like paying attention at least like the right amount, you must have figured it out. And I like that because the show makes you feel smart, even like if you don't have to stay there and try to decode every little puzzle. Like the satisfaction of figuring out before it's actually revealed, it's so good, it's so good, and I really like that feeling. Even though on the other side, I think that sometimes things are just a little too obvious. It doesn't happen all the time, but I feel like a lot of time they do things just for the plot. One big example that just like comes to mind right away is, remember when Olivia got kidnapped like quite early on? I think that it happened like maybe at the end of first season or somewhere around the second season. So she gets kidnapped. The way that it happens, I'm sorry, but that was stupid. It was very stupid. I could see that happening like miles away, because like this is what happened. Let's say we have a villain, the nude guy, I don't remember the name, the one that escaped from the prison, right? But like he wanted Olivia, so his men were there to kidnap her. And this is how it happens. They are at the police station, like at the FBI station, and they know where they have to go. They're like, okay, this is the location. We're all gonna go there. But how do we go there? Literally, everybody and their mother goes through one path all together, and Olivia goes alone, completely following a completely different road. Like, why? That was so obvious. It was so obvious that was gonna happen. And this is like just an example of when we do things obviously for the plot. It's not, I'm not hating on it. I'm just saying, like, you know, some things, yeah, it is what it is, right? Now, let's talk about assumptions. So right now, this is what's happening. We have the two universes, and we're figuring out that technically they, like, only one can survive unless we find a balance. And somehow we make it in a way that, you know, both survive. I really hope that both will survive, because there are some of the main characters that are arguably obviously villains, like Walter of the other universe. I think that is a big ass villain. I genuinely think so. And it was clear as daylight that he was the one behind the pregnant Olivia kidnapping. It was so freaking clear. Like, the second that I realized that they were growing the child in the womb to make sure that, like, it, you know, to extract it, I was like, wait, they're doing Olivia a favor here. They're doing Olivia a favor to make sure that the pregnancy goes well and smoothly despite her health problems. So yeah, that was like a little... So I digress, but what I'm trying to say is that there are some characters of the other universe that I don't necessarily like. At the same time, though, on the other universe, we have a full planet full of innocent people that don't deserve to die. So that's why I really want both universes to survive. That would be my goal. And I think that it's gonna happen potentially with someone sacrificing themselves, and I can totally see that being Walt. That is my theory. I might be completely wrong on this one, but I think that, like, the main thing will be the universes survive because someone, potentially Walt, makes a big sacrifice. Because at the end of the day, Walt is the one that technically started this whole chaos. At least that's what I know right now. So unless there are like some other hidden stuff thingies, like, Walt is technically responsible of the mess. So it would only be fair if he was the one to solve the chaos somehow. Now, I told you that last night I saw the episode where the baby was born. If I recorded this video before watching that episode, I would have thought that something would happen and, like, the baby just wouldn't happen. Like, I'm sorry, but, like, the pregnancy wouldn't just end well. Something would happen along those lines, and, like, I was so sure that the baby wasn't actually gonna happen, but now it's alive, it's there. I saw it. I saw him, her. I think that it's a him, but I'm not sure. So now we're got in a big mess because Peter is a father now and he has no idea. And he was like already in this weird situation where technically he's in a relationship with Olivia of our planet, but he might have at least a little bit of like just some feelings for the other Olivia. And now they have a kid. And now, if only one of the universes is gonna survive, which one is it gonna be? I think that Peter will want to save his own child. I think that he will want to do that. Which, by the way, why didn't you guys use protection? Like, come on. But I digress. You know, so I am very confused about what is gonna happen to Peter, and also just like the whole situation with the big machine. Wow, I can see why it's Peter specifically that is connected to the machine, because like technically it's like him being moved to the other universe that caused the chaos and you know, like and the boom boom. But I can see like why that it's him that has to be the human that connects to the machine. But I'm not quite sure how that happened. I think that the machine will be used to make sure that one of the universes survives. How that's gonna play out, I have no idea. But I did notice that ever since Peter touched the machine, I think that like there's something different with him. I can't quite tell you what it is, but there's something in him has changed, and I'm curious to figure out what it is. Let me see what else. Oh yeah, I am so sure that there's someone that is a fake B. That's all I'm gonna say. I think that like there's someone in both universes potentially, but mainly in our universe. I think that there's someone that is like a massive spy and we have no idea. I am pretty sure of that. I don't know who. Every now and then I'm like, maybe Nina Sharp, but I don't know, because she's also like a quite an enigmatic character. Like, yeah, she definitely is. So yeah, I feel like that I could probably sit here literally for hours to talk about Fringe and the things that I'm loving and my theories and all of that, but I think that I will stop here. So let's say that my predictions for the end of the show are that both universes are going to survive somehow. Walt will probably be the one that sacrifices himself to make sure that, you know, universes do survive, because he feels guilty and all of that. And Peter, I don't know what Peter's gonna do. I guess that like that's it. Like, I don't know what Peter's gonna do. I think, no, you know what, I have a theory that maybe, like, now we know that Peter has a connection with a machine. Maybe his son does as well. I'm thinking that might be a scenario, that might be reality. But yeah, okay, so this video didn't quite have like a logic thread to follow. I just rambled here for like 15 minutes, maybe even more, about things that I loved about Fringe and all of that. Now, if you have any comments, please leave them, but remember that I will be checking them out in like probably a month, 2 months. I don't know how long it's gonna take me to actually finish the season, but I'm definitely I'm gonna let you know. Well, not the seasons, just the show. I have 2 seasons and 2 episodes left. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty exciting, but I'm really loving the show. Thank you to everyone that has recommended this one to me. I hope that you don't mind that I'm not doing reactions to it. It's just like, it's such a long show that in order for me to do the reactions and edit them and all of that, it would take months. Well, now I'm just able to binge watch as many episodes as I want, and it's just a little bit smoother as a process. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this one with me. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. If you have some thoughts about Fringe, you can already like talk in the comments and like say if I'm right or wrong. Like you can have conversations in the comments down below. It's just that I can't participate quite yet. But yeah, thank you so much for watching again. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'm gonna see you guys soon. Bye!